This is what is left of the New Money So Sick gang, according to police. It was show and tell time last week for Peel Regional Police, just west of Toronto in Canada. And why not? They had a lot to show and plenty to tell. The Mob reporter here with news of an anti-gang operation that tackled a trigger-happy street gang with a particular talent for getting noticed by rivals and by police. These guys were gangbangers in the literal sense. They treated the streets and parking lots like the Wild West, and even the cemeteries. Police allege the gang is behind a number of high-profile shootouts that have made headlines in recent years, like this one on September 14, 2019, when members of a rival gang were filming a rap video behind an apartment building in northeast Mississauga. 7 men with the New Money So Sick gang arrived in 2 cars and started shooting the place up. Just listen to the bullets fly. Six people were hit, and as is usually the case when gangsters get so trigger-happy, the victims were not just other gangsters. A teenage bystander was killed, an even younger one was injured. A month later, a drive-by shooting into a car stopped at a red light in Mississauga killed 1 and injured 3 others. Another man died who was a frequent customer of the gang's mobile pot delivery service called Sixpencery. They were also one of the gangs behind a shootout in, of all places, a cemetery in Brampton. Members of the New Money So Sick were there to celebrate a friend on his birthday, or what would have been his birthday if he hadn't been killed in 2016. Rivals showed up, and, yep, another wild shootout erupted, putting 3 in hospital. It's hard to say when this particular group officially coalesced, but its major players have been around and involved in street violence for a decade. Among those arrested were men previously pinched in 2011 for multiple charges of attempted murder, and yet were out and about in time to be back on top. What is clear is when police made it a priority to take them down. Around the same time as the parking lot shootout, police started investigating a black market mobile drug delivery service in Mississauga and Brampton. They found it was larger and more robust an investigation than imagined. Leads led to gang members linked to human trafficking, property crimes, money laundering, and to a scattershot of outrageous public shootings. The police probe was codenamed Project Siphon and expanded to include neighboring police forces across the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. That's a huge swath of heavily populated urban territory. Project Siphon drew to a close this week with 83 raids and search warrants. 88 people were arrested, and police expected them to face more than 800 charges, from murder and gangsterism to gun and drug charges. Among them was one of the alleged bosses, Mahmoud El Ramahi, 29, charged with first-degree murder. It's possible his arrest on November 12th saved his life. It wasn't just police who were targeting him. Shortly before his arrest, 2 men came for him north of Toronto. Here's video of the botched hit. The 2 men climbed out of a car in a well-appointed suburb. For whatever reason, they quickly returned to it, and then they noticed their apparent target was pulling away in a car and gave chase, shooting madly. He escaped unhurt, which takes us back to the police show and tell. There were 34 guns seized in the raids. Among the weapons were handguns illegally modified to shoot as automatics. They also had high-capacity magazines. There was almost $1.5 million in cash seized and $2 million worth of drugs. I suppose that really is new money, and maybe it is so sick. Thanks for watching.